Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining from. Happy New Year, and welcome to the Texas Hydrogen Roundtable. I am Varun Rai. I'm Director of the Energy Institute at the University of Texas at Austin. I'm co-host of this event along with my colleague, Bob Hebner, who is in the Cockrell School of Engineering also at UT Austin. I will also be the overall moderator today. To kick us off, I invite Dixon Thiesing, who is the Associate Vice President for Research with a focus on innovation and economic impact. Christine, over to you.
Thank you, Varun, and welcome to the Texas Hydrogen Roundtable hosted by the University of Texas at Austin. I'm Dixon Thiesing, Associate Vice President for Research, Innovation, and Economic Impact, a new role here at the institution that's charged with maximizing the economic impact of our research enterprise through commercialization. I've spent 6 years in an academic startup licensing intellectual property and raising capital, 7 years in technology transfer and new venture formation, and prior to coming to UT Austin, 4 years in economic development in a role in which I bridged industry to academia to provide insight into the critical path to market entry, as well as ensure there's a pull for the applied research that we were conducting. Texas, as you know, is the hub of modern day energy industry and is known as the energy capital of the world. Research here at the University of Texas at Austin has played an instrumental role throughout the journey of modern day energy, both regionally and globally. Today, university researchers are pioneering innovative ways to produce energy from traditional sources in an environmentally responsible manner, and also leading groundbreaking innovations that are across the entire spectrum of energy. Hydrogen, however, is emerging as a potentially disruptive pathway to bridge the old with the new. And there's no better place to make it happen than here in Texas. This roundtable begins to set the stage for that important work. Close collaboration and co-production of knowledge with industry are hallmarks of the work of our faculty, researchers, and 30+ research centers at UT Austin that focus on energy issues. We at UT Austin take great pride and go the extra mile to ensure that our research enables innovation in the commercial and social arenas, as well as generating economic impact. That spirit and approach is well reflected in the organization of the meeting today and will be the foundation on which we will continue to build our hydrogen research in the coming years. I thank you for taking time to join us today and wish you all a very productive discussion that will help set the path forward for hydrogen in Texas and the rest of the world. I'll now turn it over to Bob Hebner, Director of the Center for Electromechanics in the Cockrell School of Engineering. Bob?
Thank you. And I also would like to extend my welcome to all of you who are attending. I'm very pleased that so many of you are here. This seems to us to be an incredibly good opportunity. In my background, before I retired to the university, I spent a couple of decades in the federal government, where I did things like help the lithography program move forward through DARPA, set up the advanced technology program at NIST, and spent a whole lot of time worrying about how technological advances can actually enter into the economy and make a difference. And what I'm seeing with hydrogen in my discussions with people in Texas, people in the United States, and the people in the rest of the world is this has all of the earmarks of something that can be really important, an important transition in the energy space, if we can find ways of making hydrogen work. A key part of making it work for Texas is to recognize the advantages we have and finding ways to work together with industry, government, and academia to make this a real success. And so what I'm hoping is that as a result of this meeting, we hear what other people are doing, we understand what people are doing, we form the bonds and the connections which are necessary to move forward and make the entire hydrogen economy in Texas work for us, for this nation, and for the world. And with that, I'll give it back to Varun.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Christine. Thank you so much, Bob. We have been planning this for the last 4 months, and this is a very exciting day for us, very exciting time certainly for hydrogen. As we just heard from Christine and Bob, and a theme that will get emphasized throughout today is hydrogen provides a great opportunity in addressing our energy challenges. It could be especially important for Texas. But the path is not going to be simple or obvious. We all need to be working together, really very closely. For today, we have a simple objective. It is basically to initiate an integrated, comprehensive conversation about the future of hydrogen in Texas, bringing together stakeholders from all parts of the energy ecosystem. We will hear from many of those actors who are working internationally, nationally, and regionally. And I know that many other entities, organizations, companies are heavily and actively involved, and we would want to interact with you more and learn from each other and share. So that's basically the main spirit. This certainly, one of the key goals is to share experiences, offer compelling visions, raise important questions. There are lots of questions that need to be addressed. We want to know that. We want to work together to address those, and then suggest possible ways to begin coordinating and collaborating to address them. There are, as you will hear later, there are many research entities, universities in Texas, not just UT Austin, but there are several others who are very strong, and I welcome many of them who are in the audience today. Hopefully we'll get a chance to hear from them and interact with them as well. Before I move to the content, and let me say that this is the first of many conversations, ongoing conversations that we need to have. This is a big opportunity, but it's also a tall order for us to really come together fast. We have to be fast and operate at scale. So we really need to work together a lot. A couple of housekeeping items. There are a couple of changes to the agenda. The one that I would like to particularly highlight is, as of yesterday, we have learned that Representative Mark Thiesing, who was supposed to give his remarks during the lunchtime, it's very unlikely that he may be able to join us. He is on his way to DC. And if something changes, we'll let you know. But currently, the plan is that we will extend our lunch break from the planned 15 minutes currently on the agenda to a full 30 minutes. And so, it will be from 12 to 12:30 Central. That will be our lunch break, and everything else will remain unchanged. But that's the biggest change. I would also like to highlight that we have several short breaks built in for you to take get a cup of coffee, water, or buy a break, but please do come back. We have a lot of great discussion material, lots of great actors that we want to be interacting with and knowing, so please do stick with us. If there are technical difficulties, please bear with us. We have planned contingencies. We should be fine, but if something goes wrong, and things do, please bear with us. And then finally, I would really like to acknowledge staff from the Cockrell School of Engineering and the Energy Institute for making this possible. It's been a lot of work in the background to coordinate this, and really great thanks also to all the speakers who have been extremely responsive, and to everybody in the audience for showing such great interest. As of this morning, we had about 250 registrants, and we'll see them join in throughout the day here. So with that, let me get us started with the content. The first session is Energy in Texas, Policymakers' View. We have two really very important policymakers providing us remarks here. We'll begin with Representative Mike McCall. As I mentioned earlier, we continue to see increasing interest and support for these topics from our state and federal policymakers. I would really like to thank agency and staff representatives joining us today for this event. There are several of them actually in the audience. Your participation and cooperation and contributions to these discussions are very invaluable. A lot of what we do really pans out to the very important work that you all do. So thank you for that, and thank you for giving us an opportunity to interact with you and share our ideas and work with you.